one more lap to go sign. The lights on top of the pace car are out. Doyle Ford showing them the one more finger. When they get the green flag, we will have 2 laps to go.
Wow. Oh, man.
Earnhardt, Wallace, Martin, and Jimmy Spencer.
Right now, these cars on the inside are a lap down. We see Rick Wilson, Bobby Hillen, Hud Strickland, Bill Parsons down there. I've always thought with just a few laps to go that these guys ought to get behind all the cars that are in the lead lap, because they're really going to play a part into what happens when this thing boils down, because we have like Dale Jarrett back there racing for $100,000. He's in 7th place, and these cars up here are going to pose a problem for him all the way back there.
With only 2 laps to go, it would be almost impossible for them to pick up a lap this way anyway.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that's right.
That would be a wise thing to do. Okay. Pace car has them at the end of the backstretch. They head into 33 degrees of banking. Next time around, we will get the green, or this coming time around, we will get the green flag.
And we see Spencer way back there in the back. Is he trying to get a run? Is he trying to get some momentum?
Well, a lot of
Rusty Wallace back there, 3 or 4 car lengths laying back. Is he trying to get some momentum?
Strategies are being thought of right now as to how these final 2 laps will go.
And nobody left. You're right, Bob. They're all here watching the pace car pull off.
And there is not a single person seated. They are all on their feet. Some of them waving hats and their hands and whatever. Running down for the green flag.
And Earnhardt's the guy. They go when he says go. He says go. The green flag's out, and they're going. There goes Jarrett on the outside.
The green is waving. Here they come. 2 laps to go to settle it at Talladega. Mark Martin has dropped back considerably. He and Ernie Irvan and Jimmy Spencer. It's basically Earnhardt and Wallace now.
But what Mark Martin might be trying to do is get a run on these front 2 cars.
I don't know, Ben. I believe he dropped back a little bit too far to do that. He might be able to do it, but he has lap cars.
You see, Rick Wilson is helping those front 2 cars.
Yep.
There we see Bobby Hill's car as we look.
Off of turn number 4 into the tri-oval once again. Dale Earnhardt leads Rusty Wallace as the white flag comes out. 1 more lap to go, and Martin is way up high and hits the wall and shoves Rusty down to the middle of the track.
Man, oh man.
And Irvan is there right on Earnhardt's bumper, and Irvan goes to the inside of Dale Earnhardt.
And the white flag is out. Here comes Martin. He's going with Ernie. Spencer going on the inside as well.
Irvan has the lead as they go down the backstretch. Jimmy Spencer fans out to 3 wide. Rusty Wallace goes 4 wide. Here they come.
Earnhardt is off pace. He might be running low in gas.
Dale Jarrett trying to get through. He's moved into a battle for 3rd position.
Earnhardt apparently is running out of gas in the turn.
He shuffled way back. Here they come off the 4th corner. Ernie Irvan leads them down now. Is he going to win the Winston 500? Jimmy Spencer is 2nd. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Irvan wins, and Rusty spins and gets airborne. And flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona.
Oh, man. That is too bad.
What a way.
Yeah, he's moving. I see him moving around in the car. I saw it there. We see his head moving around.
Yes, we do.
He said on the radio that he was okay. Oh
Gosh.
Man. And I tell you what, it looks like a bomb has went off on the way down to the car.
The car got airborne just before he crossed
with
the line.
with a big win, Bob.
Oh, and this is the ultimate in sportsmanship and concern for your fellow driver. Dale Earnhardt has driven down to the scene of Rusty Wallace's accident. He has gotten out of his car, and he has come over to see if he can be of any assistance to Rusty, and if not, just to tell him to hang in there.
There's Earnhardt's car sitting there, but he jumped out of the car. Didn't even take his helmet off.
Rusty remains in the car at the moment. However, we have seen that he is moving around. Now, here is what happened.
Okay, there's Rusty and Dale Jarrett running side by side. Earnhardt comes down on the inside trying to draft Rusty and go right out of the picture, and it looks, there he is. Earnhardt right up on the back bumper of Rusty, and he does touch him.
That's
and
why
around he goes, and that's one reason that Dale Earnhardt went down there.
That's why he was so concerned, because he touched Rusty Wallace to start this situation, it looks like.
And the car overturns about 6 or 7 times, pirouetting on its nose, end over end, side over side, comes to a rest on its wheels between the start-finish line and turn 1. He will be credited with 6th finishing position. Here is another angle.
Here they come down through there. Jarrett and Rusty Wallace side by side. Dale trying to get down on the inside, trying to go down. And looks like he just touched Rusty, and the car, just like Daytona, started flying. It goes up in the air. I thought maybe it was going to do like Jimmy Spencer did last year and come back on its wheels, but it didn't. It caught. And here it goes again.
There is a huge cheer going up from the grandstand just opposite of where Rusty's car has come to a rest, and we assume that the cheers are because he is out of the car, or at least they can see that he has received no serious injuries.
And Earnhardt has gotten back in his car and is driving away.
There's the jaws of life. That
Right.
thing you see back there, they're cutting the roll bars.
Dale Earnhardt 4th and Joe Ruttman 5th. Even with the crash, Rusty Wallace's finishes 6th. Derry Cope, Davey Allison, Michael Waltrip, and Kenny Wallace complete the top 10. Now, the top 5 in points, Rusty remains on top. Earnhardt, Allison, Petty, and Jarrett are next. Here's Jerry once again.
We caught up with Dale Earnhardt here at the gas pumps. And Dale, I know you were very concerned about Rusty Wallace. You went down there.
Well, man, those things, there ain't really no explanation for it. I was going low, and when he cut down, I hit him right square in the left rear and turned him around, turned him over. Just trying to go for the hole, but everybody's sort of blocking everybody that last lap, and the 4 car, and we run together down there in 1 and 2, and everybody's running over each other down the back straightaway, sort of just to get back to the line. It was one of them deals. They dropped the flag 2 laps to go and bunch them up. That's what you're going to get, a slugfest. And I went down and talked to Rusty. I got his gloves. He took his gloves off. He was talking to me while they were getting him out of the car. And I just hope he ain't hurt seriously or nothing. And I hate it for the guys that work on his team. They're a good bunch of good boys, and I hate it happen. But, one of them racing deals. I was trying to get under him, and he cut down, and I'd already had my momentum up. And, on the speedway, 1 tap, and that's it.
Obviously upset. Dale Earnhardt still sitting in the car, visibly shaken over the fact that his good friend Rusty Wallace may have been injured. Something he said he hated it happened, but he wanted to go down. His very first concern was to see how Rusty was, and now that I told him just a minute ago, Rusty appears to be okay from the information we've gotten, and Dale was able to take a big sigh of relief.